Hello, everybody on YouTube. Leo 12 Star 12 here, Talon Shaquille speaking again. And today we're doing another Life Discussion 2023 video. Yes, fears. Sometimes fears are derivative through past trauma and also through past toxic relationships between either family and friends. So this is something that I wanted to speak on about. There's also the fears of being attacked by somebody, the fears of being succumbed into darkness. But this fear, however, is quite similar to the ones that we all used to have since we were kids. So, with that being said, this is the fear of loneliness. And here are 5 ways that the fear of loneliness that could actually hurt you. Number 1, toxic relationships. Usually the fear of loneliness could actually begin in certain things. And I do not like to say this a lot in my past videos. Recently, some articles showed that the fear of loneliness could actually happen if there's toxic relationships, and there's also the fact of being broken alone. May it be for the toxic people, like the toxic ex or the toxic family member or friend. Usually it happens when the fear of loneliness is succumbed, because basically it happens to a lot of people who in these relationships that happen. And yes, the fear of loneliness, it actually happens in that order because the toxicity in that relationship could hurt somebody. It may not hurt them then when they broke up, but in the long run, it happens to them when it hits them. It's like they say, reap what you've sown. And number 2, being an overconfident person. Yes, the fear of loneliness could actually take out those who are being too overconfident and arrogant in their own ways. And yes, it usually happens to the ones who are actually bad people. And it also happens to abusers, and it also happens to bullies as well. Because here's the thing, it usually happens to those who actually do the terrible deeds, the people who are innocent. And yes, it does happen to the bullied ones and the abused ones. And it does happen to the ones who did go through that past trauma. And let alone, the fear of loneliness could also hurt somebody. And it could hurt them in so many ways and shapes and forms. And number 3, lost in reality. Yes, even the fear of loneliness could hurt somebody and lead them somewhere in life that they have nowhere to go. It even happens to people who actually had a good job at first or went to school to graduate and, try to have a good job. But then certain things would happen in the long run in case of something bad were to happen to that person. And usually it does not end well because of the struggles that person went through, either be male or female. And yeah, and it usually happens when the fear of loneliness can hurt the ones who was working hard and long in their lives. Number 4, drowned in sorrow. Yes, the fear of loneliness can also have people drown in so much sorrow. Because of the sorrow, it always brews up into depression, and it hurts that person inside and out. And some studies show that certain therapists and even people who are doing advocacy also experience the fear of loneliness. It's because of the sorrow that they had years of being in a lovely family. May they have passed away or through some health issues in that long run, or out of betrayal. And yes, a lot of studies do show that the fear of loneliness by someone feeling sorrow does hurt that person individually in that category. And that sorrow really turns that person deep down inside out a really hurtful person. May it be good or may it be evil. And number 5, loss of sanity. People who are having the fear of sorrow can also be lost in sanity, because losing their sanity to make them go insane or in a bad way, loneliness could literally drive that person berserk. Some studies show that those who are actually alone and does not have a strong mentality to embrace it or overcome it could literally be be lost in sanity because they'll lose it the minute they go crazy, you know? Like if you ever saw the anime where a yandere male or a yandere female go after that person that love somebody, but the next thing you know, that person will fall head over heels for that person instantly, and then you'll see the eyes blazing red. And believe me, I know certain anime characters in that category, but it's not. But aside from that, apart from that, on this topic, is that the fear of loneliness could also drive somebody insane and literally losing their sanity in their own way, making them react in so many different ways. And that's only in two categories that I know. Some will act in sadness, others will act in aggression. But there is a third one though, nothing. Some of them will do nothing. But also in that third category, even they won't do nothing, but in that category, they will embrace something, meaning they would learn to accept that the fear of loneliness and turn it from a curse into a blessing. So basically, that's how the fear of loneliness can actually hurt somebody in that long run. Do you relate to any of these categories that I have listed down here below? Now keep in mind, this video is only for educational purposes, not for motivating abuse or bullying or any types of negative traits whatsoever. So, like I said earlier, do you relate to any of these that I've listed down here? Let me know in the comments description below, okay? So I do thank you for watching this video, and please give this video some likes and some comments, and also please subscribe to my channel if you want to see some more educational videos on my live discussion, okay? Thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.